So today I wanted to talk about the new moon in Leo that's going to happen on the 23rd of July 2017, 11 Central European Daylight Time, that is wrong time, and UTC +2 would be in the universal time. So what is Leo about? Leo is an outward going energy, it is fixed, it makes things grow, and it is fire energy. So fire is radiant, it's passionate, it's creative, it's exuberant, it's passionate, fervent. Just look at fire, at a flame, any kind of fire, and you can feel there is a sort of a joy in fire. So Leo, it's also about being joyful. Leo is also hot in all kinds of senses. Leo is hot. It is the peak of summer. It's when the heat becomes so fixed that it becomes intense. So Leo energy is about hear me roar. Hear my creative energy that comes out. Hear my heart energy that comes out. My child that comes out. Leo is where we are charismatic, where we are magnetic. Just imagine Leo rules the heart, and the heart is the greatest magnetic field we ever have in our body. So just imagine how much power there is in heart energy and Leo energy. It is about being self-confident, playful. Sometimes we forget about being playful in life. We get so absorbed about being adults and doing all this stuff and being responsible that we forget about being playful, about being the child. It's being dramatic as well. Well, fire tends to be dramatic, doesn't it? The ruler of the moon is the sun. And the sun is in Leo in its own rulership. It's summer. Sun is our center, our power, our battery. It's what the life force we have in ourselves. It's what we have been allotted in this lifetime. That's the type of power we have, the battery. It is our creative potential. The sun as a circle with a dot in it. It's of all the infinite potential we could be, we chose this one particular. And that dot in it represents that particular fire inspiration. It's our conscious purpose. It's what we have come in this life for. In this lunation, the sun and the moon are tightly conjunct Mars in Leo. So Mars is that energy that takes us out of bed in the morning. Without a good Mars or without a happy Mars, we don't feel like getting out of bed. We get depressed. It is the assertiveness of our will. Without Mars, the sun will never shine because it can't get itself through. Mars likes to compete. He's impulsive. And he's very impatient. And he gets angry very easily, we know that. Yet, even if he likes the sun because it's another fire planet, he doesn't like to be so near the sun. They're near 1 degree something. By traditional astrology, they are combust. That is, Mars is so near the sun that if you can't possibly see Mars. Which means that the identity of Mars, the assertiveness of Mars, gets drowned in the sun rays, so by the sun. And Mars feels he's a little bit outshined. And there's nothing like that. He wants to shine himself, especially if he's Mars and Leo. And he can get a little bit nasty, because it says, so where am I in all this? They took my stage. Where I'm going to assert my will if I don't have any assertiveness? So although the new moon in Leo is saying, get on stage and roar, it's high time that you show who you are without fear of being who you are. It's also saying, just be aware not to overdo it, not to drive that assertiveness a little bit too far, because Mars in such a position will try in all ways and means to outshine the Sun, to make himself heard and shine. So there could be a moment where assertiveness will be a little bit too much. It will go beyond our will and get out of control. Or there will be times that we feel that we have a will to go on. We would like to shine, but we don't have that assertiveness to go, that drive to go on that stage and make our sun shine. So it goes either way. During the lunation, we have 4 planets in fire. That is 4 planets in Leo, and those are Sun, Moon, Mars, and Mercury. And Mercury is even conjunct the North Node that is in Leo just now. Then we have other 2 planets in fire, and then Saturn in Sagittarius and Uranus in Aries. That makes 6 planets in fire. That means the heavens are on fire. Besides the heat wave, heavens are on fire. And that makes a little bit things tricky to control. Out of those 6 planets, 3 of them are in a trine. So what is a trine? It is the planets are talking together harmoniously, and they're making a closed circuit of fire. So it's a closed circuit. You can't just switch it off. It's always there. So things can go overboard very easily. So these 3 planets are Mercury in Leo, so that is our thinking, that is our way of communication with the North Node. There is Saturn in Sagittarius, that is, we're trying to create order and form out of our visions. Uranus in Aries, that we are shattering old forms for our own identity, to be ourselves. So we're trying to assert new order out of all this fire. But we're doing so by shattering all things as well. So it's not an easy process. In the meantime, we have as well Venus in Gemini making an opposition to Saturn in Sagittarius. So we have Venus in Gemini, that she's the WhatsApp lady who likes to communicate with others, learning from others, and being social, desiring to have all her agenda filled. But she is finding it difficult to balance the limitations that Saturn is imposing on vision and faith and perhaps theology and philosophy and religion. This can be a lunation when we can burn out easily. Why? Because there's a lot of fire in the heavens, and because Mars is combusted. And we can burn easily, literally and metaphorically. So mind your anger. There might be heartburns. There may be risk of dehydration, because fire burns water. Hyperactivity, because we're always there, going. There could be insomnia, because we're always thinking with all the passionate stuff we have to do. There could be a sunstroke, there's heat, but we are more liable to suffer sunstrokes with such fire energy in the skies. High blood pressure. Pay attention for those who tend to suffer of high blood pressure. A lot of fire doesn't help the situation. Skin eruptions and inflammations, it's fire as well. So what can we do? Is drink water. Not fizzy drinks, not soft drinks, but water. Pure, simple water. You can drink it cold if you would like to, but water. Avoid alcohol. I'm not saying you don't drink alcohol, but drink it with moderation. The more you drink alcohol, the more you have to drink water to flush it down. Avoid red colors. That's adding salt to injury and adding more red. Try and put calmer colors, such as blue, such as green. Use green and blue stones. They help to sedate and calm the mind. Avoid hot, spicy, and oily food. Too much fire doesn't digest that well. It becomes too much. So go with sweet, cold things. It is a good time to drain the liver. So any tonics would do. Consult your doctor or your naturopath for that. And well, there are a lot of fruits and vegetables just now. And with all this fire, we can digest them very easily. Especially raw vegetables, which to calm the fire down or need a lot of fire to be digested. So it's a good time to eat them raw if you can't usually digest them. And then have cool baths. There's the sea, there's the river. Go in the water. You do a bit of steam, but it helps. So I wish you a blessed new moon in Leo. May you shine, may you roar. May you find your child and make her or him play. And if you subscribe this video, if you like it, please subscribe. Thank you. Bye-bye.